I'm with Gila Gamliel, who is the Minister for Social Equality. Gila, what is it like for you being a minister serving your country?
This position as a Minister for Social Equality is so important for the people in Israel and to the citizen. It's dealing with seniors and with young people and the connecting between them, with the advancement of the status of women, with the minorities, that it's so important, and about the project Digital Israel that will bring, for me, the basis for equality.
Now, you're the Minister for Social Equality. How is equality in Israel, and is poverty a problem, particularly amongst the elderly?
It's really a problem like everywhere, especially in the periphery areas, that you need to open the door for all, especially the older people, to, even though they don't have problems by money or about problems about health, but the loneliness.
Yeah.
This is one example that all the elders almost share, that when they are getting in an age that suddenly, even if their kids are so kind, are coming to visit even 3 times a week, they're still 4 days, 24 hours a day. And this why we all the time think how we can help them to get a lot of options to get culture and to have connecting with the young generation and to have a lot of project that we are making. For example, students that are living in elder people house. It helps to the students and it helps to the elders about this loneliness. This is one example. So I think that when we open the door for them to make the gap less, about a digital gap that we have between the generation, so it helps them more because it helps the loneliness if they are at home and they can share their knowledge in Facebook and internet. It's opened all the world for them, around them. So we put attention about that more and more. And this is one of in school, the grandpa is coming to his grandchildren and they share together at school, learning the digital, and it's helped both and it's connect them. All this is, for me, part of what we really want to do here about the elders people.
It's making the older people feel wanted and special as well, isn't it?
Of course. I passed already a law in Israel that when they become at age 80, so they don't need to wait anywhere, not in the cinema, not on bank, yes, not in the post, and in a lot of places in Israel, everybody need to, put the red rug for them to come on directly to the line. And it's because that we honor them, and for them it's so important to get this honor.
Yeah. Now, talking about another subject, UNESCO have adopted a resolution concerning the Temple Mount, saying the Jews have no connection to the site. How do you respond to such a biased resolution?
First, I will send them the Bible. Maybe they need a little bit knowledge to understand, but in a serious way, what they try to do, to change the fact, to try to change the history, to try that to get the connecting between the Jewish people and Jerusalem, to say that it wasn't. So it sounds crazy. So they need to do something with themselves, not I need to take care about their results.
Is it just ignorance?
It's ignorance. It makes their decision nonsense. That's it.
Yeah.
It means that if they don't getting themselves seriously, why I need to take them serious?
Yeah. Is this year a significant year, 50 years since the reunification of Jerusalem and 100 years since the Balfour Declaration?
Jerusalem is the capital of the Jewish people, not because of Camp David, but because of King David. We need to remember that all the time. And this united Jerusalem. Listen, the Jewish people came to Israel after 2,000 years of exiles. My mom came from Libya. My father came from Yemen. They keep their Judaism for more than 2,000 years. And it wasn't digital there, and it wasn't no Facebook or WhatsApp. And they came to Israel, and they made Aliyah. They came to Israel, and I was born in Israel. And this is the story of the Jewish people here in the Promised Land, that all of them came from all over, from Africa, from Asia, from Europe, from America, from everywhere. They came back exactly like it's written in the Bible. So what they need to do is to read a little bit and to see everything they can see by their own eyes about the facts that are happening here in the Middle East, in the beautiful Jerusalem, in Israel.
Now, Donald Trump promised to move the embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. Were you disappointed?
Let's say that I'm optimistic, that I believe that I believe that Trump will move the embassy at the end. It means that now, because making good steps and huge steps in the Middle East, we only heard about Qatar and the treatment of all the Arab states around us, like Egypt and Arab Saudi and Jordan and all the others, that become in this understanding that they need to keep connecting with the United States and Israel, and not with Qatar and Iran, and to bring this connecting. So he said, wait, I will do it. It's not about if I'll do it. It's about when I'll do it. And I believe him.
Now, Israel seems to be getting attacked on many different fronts. BDS is one of them. Is boycotting Israel fair, or is it anti-Semitism?
I think that all this BDS, this is the new anti-Semitism. They are becoming like it's because of Israel. No, it's not. It's because of they're treating the Jewish people. And now they say it's because what? If you boycott Israel, so boycott a lot of things. We can remind them not to use their phone or their computer or a lot of the medicine they used to. It doesn't possible to boycott what they want to. So I think that this understanding about how Israel and the Jewish people are so useful to all the world, and how we bring and share with our allies and with all our friends around the world our knowledge as the startup nation and one of the main advanced state in the world that bring a lot for all the citizens in the world. So what is the BDS exactly? What they really want? This, I think, that everyone with a common sense need to ask himself.
It actually hurts Palestinians as well, doesn't it? Many Palestinians work in Israel.
Yes, and they're hurting, especially the Palestinians. They don't understand it. They don't care. This is what it's so upset, that thousands of Palestinians who work in Judea and Samaria, this is their salary. They're getting their more salary that they can even dream in the Palestinian Authority. And instead of see how beautiful they are living in Judea and Samaria and work in Israel, and instead of saying how we can take this model and put it in more places in Israel, instead of that, what they try to do to stop this opportunity, they want that it will be separated between both. So I think that we need to be smart, and the people are smart enough. This is why they cannot control governments, and you can see that a lot of states in Europe start to pass laws against the BDS because they see how it may hurt people and not bringing kind of peace to the world.
Now, over the years, Israel has had to deal with many terrorist attacks, and we're seeing many attacks now in Europe. 3 attacks in the UK in recent months. Can the UK learn from Israel? Is it a battle against fundamental Islam?
I think that all the world, when they got silent, when terror came against Israel, they need to figure out how we can share all the words. This radical Islamic fighting against the new world. What this terror is not look who is who. It means for them, everybody who is not agree with them, they killing them, they murdering them all over. This is terror, especially against the citizens, innocent people all over. And we must understand that all the world, all the leaders must be together and to be united. If you want to win, and we will win, we need to work together to fight terror everywhere, anywhere, and it doesn't matter if it's happening in Israel, in Europe, or elsewhere.
How do you fight a lone wolf when you don't know what they're thinking?
What I think that the radical Islam, and only the radical, we need to be very, very sensitive that not put to say that everybody who is coming from the Muslims is terror. We need to be very sensitive about this because there's the majority of the Muslims don't want to be in this position. But unfortunately, the radical Muslims is control a lot of the Muslims areas. And like we see, they controlled a lot of Christians around the world, and they don't allow them to get their free religion in the places that they are there. And we need to stop that. It's not make any sense that it will be around us and inside us, in our states, and everybody will try to deal it only with himself. We need to be united. We must do it together. We must get in this understanding that Hamas and Hezbollah is the same like ISIS. Everybody who is terror is terror.
No, you're Jewish, I'm Christian. Is the Jewish-Christian relationship a good one?
Of course, we have the same principles. We have the same Bible. And we all love God more than any oil in the world. So we're keeping together to share all our needs for this world, and the principle of life is one of the highest, and we keep it. And we need to understand that in this time, we need to be together. Christians and Jewish must be together.
How can Christians pray for Israel?
First, they need to come to visit Israel and to see by their own eyes this magic that's called Israel. When they will go up to the mountains of Jerusalem, their life changed completely because it's something very emotional, very strong, that bring us the power to deal with all the challenges that we have.
Are you making a difference?
Yes, a lot. I have the privilege to be a Minister for Social Equality, and in this position, I'm influenced about the status of minorities, women, elders people, young people, and all the people, citizens in Israel that live in the periphery areas, by bring them all the opportunities that they need to get as citizens in Israel.
Okay, Gila Gamliel, thank you very much.
Thank you.